Whoa. Alrighty. So, in theory, we should be good to go soon.
Okay.
You're not gonna see the stream right away right there.
Yeah.
But, so I just want to make sure. Alright. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty, everybody. Oops, sorry, did I run over your toe?
It's okay. This stove's been run over before.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm a little sorry. Allow me to just jostle the microphone a little bit. How's that? Does that sound great? So, actually, I'm happy to announce that this will be our first live stream on a PC. We are actually live streaming from my new PC.
PC Master Race.
The Behemoth, as I like to call it. Because I got a new PC that allows me to do this. So,
Das ist gut. Das ist wunderbar.
I'm here, Trailer Squirrel. You should all know me by now, by the, 130 videos we have up on the channel?
Yeah, just about. And this is Tyjax, and you should know me by my, 4 live streams.
You should definitely know Tyjax.
And Banjo-Kazooie!
Tyjax by now. So we're going to be playing a game called Buried today. Buried is... Well, I'll just read it to you. Buried is an interactive story. The plot will change based on the choices you make. The story is broken into 5 chapters. Play straight through or at your own pace. There is no waiting and no pauses. Enjoy and choose wisely.
There is no pause button.
So...
Gotta go all the way. Gotta get the goal. Take it and leave it.
We gotta be wise about this. We gotta be totally wisecrackers.
And as you may all know, we aren't the wisest of folk out there. So this is gonna go swimmingly.
Don't mind me. Alright, cool. Don't even bother with that. Don't look at that. That was nothing.
Fine.
So
Nothing's happening. You're good.
I know.
Peter.
Give it a minute. It's okay.
Alright.
So, do you want to narrate or should I?
I'll narrate.
Alright.
I open my eyes, and the first thing that I want to do is scream. I'm flat on my back, and everything seems to hurt. The trees overhead look familiar. It's a clear night, almost beautiful. Except for the fact that this means I've been out cold for at least 6 hours. But there's something wrong. I don't remember what. Something happened to my head. My God, my head hurts. And a ringing in my ears. Was there an accident? Explosion, I think? I remember Dennis screaming, but after that, I can't remember. As I sit up, I notice that my hard hat has been thrown off. Look around the area, but it's not here. It feels strange to go anywhere without my hard hat, but I've got to go find the other members of my crew. Could be in danger. So
we've got 2 choices. We can find the hard hat, or we can forget the hard hat and search for the clue.
Well,
crew, not the clue. Don't search for the clue.
Oh, I'm getting a clue over here. Well, safety does come first, but friends are family. And
there seems to be an accident, but it doesn't seem like anything super alarming, and I mean, our guy seems pretty insecure with that hat.
So maybe
enjoy a little hard hattage.
Hard. Well, does he need some hardness for his head?
So do you wanna go with a hard hat?
You know what? The crew's fine. Safety comes first, and safety's always very important.
True. All right, so let's
We'll
go
pick
with the hard hat.
Yeah, hard hat. I get up on shaking legs and look around for a moment. A few nearby trees look to have been splintered and broken at the base recently. They certainly weren't like that earlier. Searching for the hard hat feels normal. Makes me feel like maybe there isn't something wrong here. I see it behind a fallen log about 10 feet away from me. How it was thrown so far is beyond me. Driven by nothing more than habit, I walk over to it, pick it up, and place it on my head. Next, I walk over to the center of the lodging site, and I don't like what I see. I love how in depth he is about grabbing his hard hat. Like this is an emotional moment. Him grabbing his hard hat.
Of course,
They have a bond that you can't understand. You don't want to understand the bond that him and his hard hat have. They have a history. They have a long ass history. You don't know. Hell, they don't know. He currently doesn't know, but he knows. You know.
All right. I just want to let you guys know because this is a little bit of a different setup. I know we're breaking story right now.
Yeah.
But we can still see your comments even though they're not up on the screen. So
yeah,
don't worry about that.
How we're doing that, it's a mystery. You don't know.
All right.
They don't know.
So we'll continue. You know, I feel like you should either be closer to the microphone or I'm gonna move the microphone closer to you.
Alright.
Just because you're gonna be the one
Alright.
speaking through this. Oh God.
Now everyone can hear what I say.
Yes. And much more clearly.
Yes.
Alright.
Go on.
It's a little bit of an awkward setup right now.
Yeah. That's alright. We'll get better at it.
We will. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Let's continue this bit.
Let's continue.
Yes.
We picked the hard hat. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
That's a grim sight.
That doesn't look like they're supposed to be there. The lodging site looks like a bomb was detonated right in the center. I don't know where to start. The one load we had managed to stack on the truck for the day is overturned, and the trailer bent and the logs hanging off the back. Where the hell is everyone? My head is killing me. It's ringing in my ears. I can't hear anything. Not birds, not my footsteps, nothing. Makes me wonder if I hit my head after the hard hat flew off. I run through a quick mental checklist to make sure that my brain is still working. My name is Roger Hastings. I'm 41 years old. The year is 2017. I own a small lodging company. We've been logging in the strip of Kentucky, Woodland, for almost a month now. Okay, so my brain works. That's a relief. It also makes me fearful, because something is certainly not right here. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I look around the logging site. My mind is trying to figure out what has happened. Just about every piece of equipment has been overturned or tilted.
Alright, so we can definitely see the truck is all fucked up right there. Do we want to take a closer look at that, or do we want to take a closer look at
We should see if there's a driver in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he says he's been out for a bit, but we should see if there's a driver there.
We should definitely see if anybody, because if somebody was driving that truck, they could still be alive.
Yeah.
And just passed out.
Yeah, just about average Friday night. Just head hurting. And the truck, the hitch is completely broken. Like it was blown off in an explosion or a really bad accident. Had there been an explosion, all the fuel in the site would have started on fire. But there's no charring, no burning, nothing. I walked through the area where Dennis had been working. From the looks of it, he'd been moving slowly. He'd only taken down 4 trees today. His metal lunchbox is open, an indicator that he had been taking an early break. But he's not here. No one's here. Where the hell is everyone? I tried to make a call on my cell phone, but its battery's already running really low. Not that it matters. The reception is crap out here.
Alright, so we've got a low battery, and the reception is crap. Do we really want to waste the rest of our battery trying to make a call that could be pointless?
Alright, you got 2 horror video game cliches here. You can yell out and let the butt stabber slasher know where you are, or you could call someone on the cell phone. They'll be like, "Oh, where are you, dude? I'm over here chilling with this girl that I just met. She's not like a crazy lunatic or whatever. Chad, you need to help me. I'm so beep, beep, beep." So we have those.
I feel like we should yell out instead of wasting the cell phone battery.
Yeah, because someone might call us.
Yeah, somebody could call us, or like if we try to make a call and we're in a bad place for reception and we can't get a call and then our phone dies, then we might be fucked later on.
Yeah, so we should yell.
Screaming's
always the solution.
We'll yell.
Hey, you guys! Where is everyone? Tony Dennis, Frank Joe! He can't really hear himself.
Please don't fucking do that for the rest of the game.
But their names fall flat among the wreckage. I get nothing back over the scary way. I scared a few birds overhead. Might as well start walking and try to find some answers. The highway is almost a mile back through the woods, down the gravel road we used to reach the site. Maybe the crew ran that way for help. But why would they have left me? Were they scared? Out of sorts? Maybe I could catch up to them. But with my truck turned over on the side, it looks like I'll be walking. My God, I can't even remember what I was doing before waking up on my back. Wait, what's that? Beneath the bulldozer. Oh my God, it's a leg. It had to be either Tony or Dennis. Dozer looks unstable, like it might roll over some more. Might not be safe to get close, but at the same time, I can't just leave him there.
Alright. Do we want to take a peek or do we want to stay away? Do we...
Curiosity smushed the protagonist. I say we stay back.
You wanna stay back? What if we wanted to find out who that was?
Everyone's saying that we should order pizza.
We should order pizza.
Yeah.
We're not gonna order pizza during a live stream, guys.
No, since our phone is still sort of alive.
So we should
order pizza.
We should order pizza. Well, you know, we'll save the battery for that later.
All right.
If we get out of this fucking mess.
So
I don't know, dude.
I think we should focus on finding help rather than, because there's a leg under there. I don't know. He might not be alive. I mean, if we yelled out his name, he would respond if he was alive.
Well, he might be unconscious.
Ah, shit.
Whoever's under there might be unconscious, because we were unconscious for like 6 hours, and while you're unconscious, I'll admit I can't hear people yelling my name.
True.
So do we?
So,
but it might be risky going over there.
All right, we have a vote. Franco says poke him with a stick, and the purple girl says I agree. So I think we need to go poke him with a stick.
I guess we're gonna go look. That solves that problem.
Hey!
Oh my fucking God! I will smack you if you do that.
Hey!
Oh good God!
I yell, "Are you okay? Are you alive?" Holding onto my hat, my important hat, I skip over. Skip! Jesus, are you happy? Skip over to the wrecked equipment and stray logs to get closer. I can see a bit more of the leg. The jeans is soaked with blood. I recognize the work boots. It's clearly Tony. No! Iron Man!
Tony.
His leg is bent at an impossible angle, nearly crushed flat. The closer I get, the more apparent it becomes that Tony did not survive.
Well, okay, so given the previous information, the equipment he's under is highly unstable. And he's dead.
We're gonna, there's nothing else we can do.
We gotta leave him.
There's nothing to be gained by pulling out the body.
No,
so we're leaving the body.
We gotta leave him. That's not a decision that can be made. We gotta leave him.
There's nothing I could do for him now. I start to back away slowly. In my shock, I stumble back, suddenly tripping over one of the stray logs. My head collides with one of the logs. Good thing we had a hard hat.
Yes.
As I bite the ground. But my hard hat does its job. Thank God I decided to look for it earlier. But what's more startling is I realizing that Tony's dead. Looking at him, I feel something rising up in my throat, and I don't know if it's a scream or a vomit, but I have to push it away. If I lose my cool right now, there are too many questions that will go unanswered. Shit. I can't believe this. Tony, he had 2 boys. He coached his oldest son's baseball team. He was the hardest worker I had. He was my secret lover. I was one of the most honest and reliable men I knew.
Oh my fucking god.
This isn't right. I can't stay here. I have to find Dennis, Frank, Joe. I have to find out what happened here.
What did happen here? Oh, more log.
So I got... Oh, logs.
Logs.
Wood. Everyone's saying he's Iron Man. He's probably fine. Yeah, totally fine. Iron Man can... he can breathe while not breathing. As I walk through the stacks of logs from the last week or so of work, everything feels frozen. This high-pitched sound in my ears. It's terrible. It keeps happening every few seconds, and it sounds like it's coming from far away. I can't help but wonder. Is it my ears or something else? The silence out here is creepy, and there's a smell. The atmosphere after a bad summer storm. I might as well admit it. I'm a little scared. Everyone is missing, and it's dead quiet out here. There doesn't seem to be a breeze or to rustle the leaves and branches. My right knee hurts like hell. My head was hurting so bad before that I never even noticed the pain in my knee. I must have heard it during during the what? Accident or... Wait, is that Dennis? I hear him sitting on the ground, motionless, about 30 feet away. Ooh.
Alright, so...
He's 30 feet away.
30 feet's not that far, though. 30 feet's definitely within, like... You could do a light jog and you'd be there in, like, a minute or two.
Tony's... the dead.
Tony's
and
dead.
Dennis might have been eating him.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
You know, I feel like...
We don't want to start...
we don't want to startle Dennis, especially if he can't hear, like, us. Or can we? Is it determined that we can hear now?
You know what, we're very vocal, like...
Yeah, I feel like we should yell to him and try and get his attention, just in case when we come upon him, something initiates, like, that fight or flight response, and he ends up, like, decking us.
Yeah. We have two theories, actually, worked up of what's going on. We got one person that says aliens happened, and another one that says, clearly, this is the work of Bowser.
Alright, cool.
Because of Toad Voice.
Alright. So we're gonna yell out.
Yeah. Hey! Dennis! I yelled. Dennis, can you hear me? Dennis lets out a shout, like someone waking from the nightmare. He then looks back at me from the ground. Yeah, Roger, I hear you, he hollers back as I head over to him. Dennis is built like a wrestler, and he has the tough personality to match. But in this moment, he looks disoriented, even a little anxious. I would be. Though I'm glad to see him. The fear on his usually confident face is alarming. What the hell happened? What's going on? He asks.
Alright, so... in the very beginning, he theorized it was maybe an explosion.
Yeah, but he kind of debunked that with the fact that the force would be on fire, or things would be singed.
Yeah, but then what else could have happened? Do we want to...
We sincerely do not know what's going on. We have theories, but we do not know.
Right.
The crew is obviously missing.
Yes.
Missing, Dennis says. Where do you think they went? I'm not sure, I say, but it has me pretty freaked out. Something's not right here. Still sitting on the ground, he looks around at the woods, as if he is just now understanding the severity of the situation. The equipment was overturned. The dozers too, I say, shifting my hard hat and wiping my forehead. You okay? I ask him. Yeah, just shaken up. Me too. This might be the most intimate conversation Dennis and I have ever had. While he and I have always been on good terms, we never really particularly close. I've always respected him, though. Sure, he's come to work a few times looking like he'd have been in a bar fight the night before, but I've also seen him do an enthusiastic impression of a dinosaur as he played with Tony's kids while they waited for their dad to finish up his shift. It's then that it hits me. Dennis and Tony were good friends. I'm not sure I want to rattle him with the news of Tony's death right now. Not before we know what's going on. But he has to know.
I feel like we need to tell him.
Ugh, they're stolen pizza. Dennis looks up and asks, "Did you bring pepperoni with extra pizza?" "No, and your friend is dead."
Yeah, I sincerely think we should tell him. Because if we don't and he finds out later that we knew,
He's gonna hate us.
he's gonna be fairly cross with us.
Yeah. I don't know, they might be secret lovers.
I think we should tell him.
Okay. It's a hard thing to do. Almost as God. "No," he says, looking down, "only veggie."
You were upfront with Dennis
about Tony. Dennis's eyes fixate on me, startled. He was crushed under the dozer, I say. Dennis pauses for a moment, like he's trying to understand what I said. His eyes narrow and his bottom lip quivers. "Shit," he says, and I can tell that he's fighting back tears. He and Tony had been tight, almost like brothers. "Hey," he adds quickly, as if trying to escape the reality of Tony's death. "Did you see that light?" "No," I say. "What did you see?" "I don't even know, Roger," he says. "It's like this flare of white light came right up out of the ground like an explosion." "So there was an explosion," I say. "Maybe it was some equipment or..." "This was no equipment," Dennis interrupts, agitated. "This was a huge ball of light came right out of the damn ground."
Well, we already know what it looks like.
Yeah,
it's a huge ball of light.
We want to know where it came from and where to go, where did it come from, and where the hell's Joe?
Yeah. Is there a guy named Joe?
There is.
Alright.
It just shot up into the sky until it was out of sight. "When?" "I'm not sure," he answers, "but I had finished about 10 trees for the day. And I was about to stop. I was about to top one. That's when it happened." "You're almost done with 10 trees?" I asked. "Yeah," he says, looking at the ground. "You know, I wouldn't want to take a lunch break until I was done." And that's when the light blew up. "Why? You don't believe me?" "Huh."
We just told him his friend's dead. I think questioning his work ethics are beyond it at this point.
Okay, now they're just going off about pizza. "If you guys are hungry for pizza, order it your damn self, alright?" They're like... As we're voicing the characters, they're role-playing the characters.
Great. I'm glad they're having fun in the chat.
Joe's nickname is now Cotton-Eyed. Alright, we'll keep that in mind.
Alright, so I feel like questioning his work ethic at this point is kind of pointless.
Yeah, we'll believe him.
This is not the time or place to be.
"You believed Dennis's story." "Yes, we did. He saw what he saw. I think to myself, he has no reason to lie about this." "Oh God, are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine," he says. "But if I'm being honest, it scared me pretty bad. And if it's all the same to you, I'd like to get the hell out of here." We both stand up and start heading towards the road. It wasn't until we start moving that I see Dennis is wounded. His right side is coated in blood and the red seeping through his blue work shirt. There are splatters of it here and there, but also very large red spots that makes me worry. I feel like the first concern is if he's in pain.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, no question. I feel like we can ask how he got it later.
"I've been better. I don't know how much longer I could stay on my feet," he says. "What happened?" See, we end up asking him what happened anyway. "I'm not sure," Dennis replies. "Must have gotten thrown in or hurt somehow from that light." It's then that I notice that the strange ringing noise is still filling the air. "Hey," I say, stopping. "Do you hear that high-pitched ringing noise every once in a while?" Dennis looks scared when I ask him this question. He just nods. "I thought it was just me," he says. He looks out of the sorts and uncertain. I've never seen him like this before. It's obvious that he's looking for some reassurance. Even though I'm his boss, there's something very unnerving about this.
Should we reassure him, or should we...
As a manager, it would be wise to make calm your employees. I'm not a manager, but in this sort of situation, remaining calm is the best thing.
You know what? I think we'll try and calm him down.
Let's be realistic, I tell myself. I might as well try to be empathetic. Out here in the middle of these woods, the ring could be anything. Maybe just a car alarm from through the woods or something. Still, even my passive comment seems to have reassured Dennis. He looks a bit calmer, more relaxed. We both start moving forward and don't say another word. Did you try and call Frank? Dennis asked. I know he had his cell on him today. Not yet. Luckily I still had some battery left. Aha! I pull out the cell and call Frank. Happy I didn't make that call to Dennis earlier. It rings, but it doesn't pick up. Damn it. But then I hear his phone go off. Behind the stack of logs. Dennis and I give each other a look. As the phone goes through the voicemail, I hang up and we walk behind the logs to find Frank's phone on the ground, abandoned. We look around for Frank, but find nothing, not a single trace. Suddenly I notice something really odd, a 10-foot wide hole in the ground, right near where the phone was. If there's no stray piles removed of dirt or rocks, it's clean, smoothly dug, out and into the earth, wide. Excuse me. But only a few feet deep. It looks unnatural, like the ground was just deleted. No shovels or diggers used. It's a Minecraft hole. Dennis walks over it. This looks like the same kind of hole where I saw that light come from out of the ground, he muses to himself. I say nothing, my mind's spinning, but I don't know what to think. I need to get out of here, Dennis mutters. At that moment, that ringing noise carries through the foreskin, sending a shiver down my spine. Dennis is right, there's something strange going on. We might not be safe here. That ringing sound could be a clue to where the rest of the crew members are.
Alright, so our options are to look for the crew members ourselves or go get help. Do we want to play this safe or do we want to go with the route of let's find it out ourselves?
I feel like if we go look for help, it might be too late. If somebody's alive, we gotta get down there.
Well, I mean, what are the two of us going to do? First of all, Roger said his leg's injured.
Right.
And Dennis is probably bleeding out. Dennis isn't doing too well.
Yeah.
So, we do have the two of us. I wasn't even paying attention to names. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call him Ted. Was it? No. Who was it? Was it Joe or Ted? We just called some
Dennis.
Frank.
Frank might be down there.
No, we called Frank's cell phone.
Yeah, so Frank might be down there.
Frank down where?
In the hole.
But that hole wasn't that deep.
You know what? We should get out of there and get somebody who's qualified to do a search.
Yeah, let's.
Well, we're smart adults.
Let's get out of here.
In this. Franco said, plot twist, there's a giant alarm clock ringing in the distance. With that, we turn and start walking to the west, in a direction that I'm pretty certain leads to the road.
Alright.
Ooh.
Trees.
It's sort of embarrassing. I've been a logger for nearly 15 years, but I'm finding it easy to get lost in these woods. The trees are so thick in places that the moonlight doesn't even reach the ground. It's easy to get turned around. My only hope is that I can find the overgrown dirt road that will lead us back to the highway. You sure we're headed the right way? Dennis asked. Pretty sure, I say. I turn to him and see that he's clearly in pain. It's at this moment we come upon another one of those smooth holes. This one is even stranger because a nearby tree also has a chunk cut out of it. The arc goes smoothly through the ground and then up through the trunk, like a cartoon wrecking ball plastered through both of them. What the hell are these things? Dennis whispers to himself. He takes a step down into the hole, his boots creating imperfections in the shape, like footprints in the sand dune. We should walk around, we're not going to go in there with them.
We should walk around it.
We'll live on the edge. I walk along the edge, each step sending pebbles down into the hole and ruining its perfect shape. I'm amazed of how smooth it is. Even the rocks that were under the earth have been sheared to fit the spherical shape. But as I'm noticing this, I notice Dennis' feet start to sag. Dennis, get out! I start, but I don't finish. Before I can react, the ground is giving way and he's falling. I try to step back, but the fissure that's opens up, disintegrating the ground beneath my feet as well. The crowd, surprised, can barely hear Dennis letting out a curse as we go down into the earth. Oh no.
Oh boy. We are now falling into a hole because Dennis was a jackass.
It's a cave or a cavern of sorts. The fall isn't a long one. When I hit something a few seconds later, it hurts like hell. The wind goes rushing out of me when I hit, and a sharp pain flies through me. What the hell, I say once my breath is back. Beside me, Dennis is slowly rolling over to get to his feet. I look up and I see the hole in the ground where we fell through. It looks like it's about 10 feet over our heads. It's completely dark, but there's a small flicker of light further into the cave ahead of us and a solid wall of rock behind us. Looks like the only way out are further down the cave or up through the way we fell in. Dennis might be able to boost me up there, but with his injury I'm not sure how stable he is. He might drop me.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want Dennis lifting us, especially since he's like much more hurt than we are. We've just got a bum leg at the moment. He's still bleeding.
I was just about to say that. We'll go further into the rabbit hole. We'll take the blue pill and head into the cave.
Yeah, let's head farther into the cave. I don't think I need to justify this one.
I decided we'd be better not to risk hurting ourselves trying to climb out. As we turn to head into the cave, I take a closer look at the light further ahead and realize it's artificial. We both start heading towards it instinctively. As we step into the light, panic gently gnaws at me because what I'm seeing makes absolutely no sense. It's no longer a cave or a hole. It's a long, sparsely lit corridor. Oh no, Hero Brian.
Long, sparsely lit corridor.
Oh.
This looks kind of daunting.
Oh. I don't like that. It's a massive, spoopy corridor, in fact, and it seems to go on forever. This corridor is mostly dark, with emergency lights every 10 feet or so. We've just entered the SCP containment breach. I turn to my left and see that there's a door which appears to lead upward to the outside. It's locked tight. I push as hard as I can, but no luck. Dennis, help me with this, I say. He comes over and we both try to kick the door open, but it doesn't budge. For some reason, someone does not want people getting out of there. It looks like we're headed down the hallway.
Alright, so we've got two options. We can go slowly and quietly, or loudly and quickly.
I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, because there were no context clues given to us.
Yeah, that's
about what might be going on.
Tonight the inmates are running the asylum. Mike, no.
This is a gamble, because the longer we take to get Dennis help, the worse he's going to get.
Do you hear that?
What?
I'm hearing noises. That.
Yeah.
Ooh, I say we tiptoe. I
Let's
don't like
tiptoe.
that noise.
Let's tiptoe.
I feel like a ghost. I could truly have no business being here. Dennis leans on me for support. We move slowly, our feet not making a sound. If anyone is in here, I want to make sure they don't hear us. We tiptoe forward as softly as we can. As I carry Dennis to the far end of this otherwise featureless place, I see a flight of concrete stairs leading down. I have to set Dennis down to the floor. This weight is killing me. Dennis, are you okay? Stop worrying, man, he says. I'll be okay. I just need a minute to rest. Looking at him, I'm not so sure. I can still hear the ringing noise every so often, coming from somewhere in here. I look ahead, at the concrete stairs pointing towards them, so that Dennis sees them. Can you make it down these stairs, I ask. He stands up slowly and is visibly making an effort not to fall back down. Yeah, he says, and sounds a little irritated. He starts for the stairs without me. I have no choice but to follow. We approach the stairs, and just by looking at them, I get a sense that we're crossing some sort of line here. There may very well be no going back.
Well, I mean, it's not like we could go back the way we came, so...
Yeah. No word, but forward.
These are sort of eerie steps. Nobody's cleaned these in a while.
As I head down the stairs, I notice with that little cage, damn ringing noises somewhere below, louder than ever. I feel like I'm walking down into the cellar of a haunted house, the light becoming scarce, and as the stairs take a slight turn, I can feel the temperature drop. Dennis makes it a few steps down before he's leaning on the wall, breathing like he just finished a marathon.
We should definitely give him a little bit of a break. He's walking with an open wound.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take a break, I say, putting my hands towards his shoulder to help steady him. Dennis lets out a sigh. Thanks, I don't feel too great, boss. As we both squat down on the stair, my mind seems to lock on the unknown fate of the rest of my crew. Frank is married, and I met his wife a few times, a nice woman with a huge laugh. My heart sags a bit when I realize I might never again get to hear him belting out classic rock tunes during the lunch break. Joe, well, I don't know too much about him. He's 22 years old and is considering community college. Good on you, Cotton Eye Joe. His folks are deadbeats, so he has been providing for himself since the age of 16 or so. Maybe I can still find them and still get them to hear Frank singing in the deep baritone voice after too many drinks. After a few moments, Dennis says, "Alright, let's keep going." Both stand up, leaning on each other. I have to make Dennis stay behind me as I stick my foot out in search of the next step. I can't help feeling like a child as this very powerful fear seizes me. I'm expecting a monster to reach out in the darkness, slice into my throat. That's normal. After what feels like forever, we come to the bottom of the stairs. We're closer to that ringing noise now. The door sits securely in the wall and looks just as out of place as we do here, as I feel. A sliver of light seeps through the illuminated area. The door has what looks like a panel with lots of labels and lights. Small embossed print above the panel says Level 01 Entrance Gate, Transport Sector. And there's a button with no label.
Well, we're already here. We don't seem to be under any time constrictions right now.
We should inspect the panel to see what's up.
What do we have to lose?
We're not just gonna push the red button like, oh, what does this button do? We are grown men who know shit.
Alright, so, continue, if
Okay.
you will.
The panel looks like a diagnostic or alert system of some kind. Each label meant to communicate some status. Lockdown engage, experiment in progress, shutdown engage. Oh, fuck. Those all appear to be off, but one of the phrases has a slowly blinking red light next to it. The only powered light in this whole thing. Abnormal entity breach. SCT containment breach, see? What the hell? I slowly push the door open when Dennis suddenly steps in front of me, taking the lead. Let's go, he says. I want to find out what the hell this place is. As Dennis walks through that ringing or beeping or whatever, it gets a little louder. The door closes behind us with a click. I can't help but notice the wobble in Dennis's step as he lets out a grunt. You sure you're healthy enough to keep going, I ask? Doesn't matter. I don't want to be in the woods right now. He seems scared, something I've never seen before. Angry, yes. Upset, yes. But Dennis is never scared.
I feel like I want to ask him what he saw, because
Yeah,
he might not know that it's dangerous, but he knows he doesn't like it.
Yeah, so what did you see, my friend?
Yeah, let's ask him what he saw. But before we continue with the story, I'd like to let you guys know there is 5 chapters in the story. We'll be splitting it up, and if you'd be so kind, we can alternate chapters. So we're going to be ending this live stream at the end of chapter 1.
Yes.
And if you guys want to see more of it sooner, let us know in the comments, and we can see about doing some other live streams during the week to see about getting this done.
Yeah. Because this is pretty damn intense.
What did you see?
I don't know what it was, boss, but it was like someone had left a radio on, crackling, but don't have any radio at the site. I don't know. It was like something the force was moving. Give him a doubtful look as he casts his eyes to the ground, frustrated. I know how it sounds, he says, but I know what I felt. It was like walking into a funeral parlor, feeling death and gloom everywhere. I've been so preoccupied with my own fear that I nearly forgot about the ringing noise. It had become just a background noise. We take a few more steps and I can now see where we are. It makes no sense, yet another thing that is simply seems out of place. The shapes and muted colors of metal are easy to identify. It just doesn't belong here.
And that's the end of chapter 1.
Jesus.
So, I believe, if I remember correctly, it stacks us up with everybody else who's played this game.
Yeah.
So,
You and
us and 36% of players left Tony's body.
Secrets, you and 76 up front with us. Alright.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Trust.
Curiosity. But yeah, we are not curious about that ringing noise.
No, why would we chase the ringing noise? We seem to have a little bit of, like, we chose pretty much half of the minority of players.
Yeah, so that's a good thing, I guess. I mean,
So
we kind of half followed movie cliches, but thank God for that hard hat.
yeah,
This would have been a very short live stream without, and that's today's lesson, children. Always wear protection.
wear your hard hat.
Wear your hard hat or condom. Wear your hard hat.
Wear your hard condom.
Hard condom.
So thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I had a bunch of fun with this. This type of game is like the shit for me.
I had a good time. I got to read, and I don't read often as much as I want to, but I will say I have joined a voice actors guild, and I have put like nothing into that. I've been trying to do stuff, so that's why I've been doing live streams and videos. And honestly, I think this was like kind of shows what I can do, and I definitely do need work on my reading and monologuing because my voice does slur and I stutter.
It's all right. We all do it from time to time.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of this.
If you want to see us, let us know too, because we'll be glad to show up at parties, no, not really. But if you want to see more of this,
yeah, if you'd like to see more of this, and if you want to see it sooner than next Friday, let us know in the comments down below, and we can see about setting something up for tomorrow, maybe even Sunday.
I'll be here.
And see about finishing this up. Maybe we can even start recording it instead of just leaving it to live streams, and we can start a series out of it.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit a like if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend, everyone.